everybody, it's me, it's Cool Mo here, and today I'm here to show you the sort of behind the scenes of my latest size comparison video. I just wanted to show you how I made it since a lot of you guys have been asking how it was done. Short answer, Blender. Long answer, what I'm about to show you. So here you see that we have this set going on right here. We have the set, we have all of the labels here as separate objects. You can see up here we have all of the different objects, which are not organized in any way. And here I have meticulously typed out all of the sizes, and for the more oblong objects like Saturn, Jupiter, and the Earth, I have also meticulously done that. And you may notice that all of the objects are 10 times smaller. So for example, the Earth is 0.1 instead of 1, and Jupiter is 1.122 by 1049 instead of the usual 12. You may notice that that's because otherwise things would be like this big, and that's too big. You can see right here we have the light volume, incandescence volume, which basically makes it so that this sun here will emit light. This is the light emitter object for the sun is. You can see right now it's trying to load all of the textures. They're quite large textures, so I'm gonna expect it to take a while, but guess we're done loading the textures. You can see we've got the textures. This Venus thing, it is a separate object. You see I can take off the cloud layer. It's just like that. Undo that. We got all of the objects here, and you'll notice like a lot of people have been asking like, oh, how do you make the textures? Well, in part I don't make them, and in part I do. Let me show you inside the texture node for the Earth. You can see here I've got a lot of things going on, so I'm gonna put a window right here to kind of show you how this works. I have mainly a NASA bump map going on here that is going in to here. You can see I've actually got two Earth maps that are being combined here. So if I change the factor value here, you can see that the color will change. Here's what the second texture looks like, and here's what the first texture looks like. I thought, this is too dark, but this is too light, and so I put it at like, it was like 0.283 was what I put it at. And this is on add, so it adds the snow. It doesn't blend all the way. It adds the first to the second. So if you see, if I were to swap these, you would get something that looks a bit different. See, the snow doesn't work as well. It looks too cartoony. And so I have it set up this particular way so it looks as realistic as possible. And also here with the Neptune, you'll notice that the original texture was too dark, because if we just take away this, you can see the original texture looks like this, but I added this modifier here so that it's a lot lighter and more realistic. With that recent paper that found that Neptune was actually a lot lighter. And if you guys didn't know that, I already knew that Neptune was a lighter color, because that information was still out there, it just wasn't publicly known. So I knew that it wasn't a dark color, but once the media started saying it, then I sort of switched. Now, an interesting case here is with Triton. You may notice something strange about it, in that this is not 100% what Triton looks like, because I've actually got a lot of different maps going in here. I've got a lot of different AI upscaled versions of the Triton. I've even got a Pluto bump going on here. So if we were to just take one of these, right? Let's just say this one and put it in to the base color. You can see this one is our Pluto going on here. So, this one is our Triton going on. this one is our different Triton, our AI Triton, and this one is our other Triton. And so when they're all mixed together, they make this really nice looking Triton map that I kind of figured out. And you can see with all of the rocky planets, I have a bump going on. So if I turn the strength up all the way and the distance up all the way, you can see it looks pretty strange. So I usually have it pretty subtle. Now for the gas giants, I did do a bump just to add a bit more texture to it. If it were to be all the way up, it would be a lot more noticeable. You can kind of see the difference there. Especially when I go up and turn up the strength as well. You can really see the bump there when it's enunciated, I guess, would be the correct term. You may be wondering, well, what about these rings? It's just a simple texture going on here with some things going on to make this more transparent. And you also may be wondering, well, where did I get all these textures? From the internet. That is where I got these textures. And the sun is just, it actually is a texture going on here, but you can't really see it since it's so bright. If I were to turn down the strength, you can actually see the texture going on here, but when it's this bright, you cannot really tell. So if I were to turn on the rendered mode, it might take a while, because I do have a pretty powerful computer. It's just that I think as it is right now, whatever's on there is probably covered in dust. But as you can see, I've got a background going on, an environment texture. You can see that this is the only light emitter, because of this big box right here, is doing that for us. We can clearly see that if we get really close inside Saturn, you can actually see a bit of the bump going on there. It just gives it extra texture, I figured out. And I've just meticulously added all this up. I've used special AI to check if I've got the sizes down correct. I do my research, I check it with AI to make sure that my sizes are correct and are the correct sizes that they need to be, because I try to make these as accurate as possible. And as you can tell, that worked pretty dang well. I'm pretty sure that these sizes are spot on. And now for the camera animation, I manually animate the camera with the little thing down here, the what they're called, the keyframes. I use those to animate the camera's location and rotation. And that is how I did it. If you want another like behind the scenes video of any of my other animated videos, I have all of the files. So if you guys want to see it, just let me know. And here is what the animation sort of looked like. I'm going to speed this up. And as you can see, that's the animation. Thank you for wondering. If you're curious on any other size comparison or other animations that you'd like me to make in Blender, feel free to ask. I'm quite a small content creator, so any feedback will be greatly appreciated, and I will sort of show you in the video as like, this video is inspired by you, or you know, whatever your name is. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.